I made this poll last night. It somehow like 82% of you guys wanted to see this, so I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna be creating a tornado particle cloak thing for Hyperium. So the first thing we need to do is actually create the class, and we're gonna call it tornado animation. Heavily dyslexic. What is it? Is it abstract animation? Yep. All right. Whoops. Oh, rip computer. All right. Implement methods. Go. So return new array list, and we just var that off like that. So I actually did a little bit of stuff before this, preparing for it. Where is it? Here. So the shape of the tornado is going to be like this, right? It's going to be across like a cone tornado, right? Yeah, you're across a cone tornado. I think it's cone, right? Cone tornado images. Yeah, it's going to be like one of these kind of dudes, right? And of course, the closer you are to the center, the faster you're going to spin. So the first objective is to just get the shape down. So to do that, we're going to need the function log x plus 1. Log x plus 1 is our function, right? We're not going to do any timings. We're just going to do a for loop, and we want, let's say, 15 rings. We're going to do 15 pieces, starting at point 2, point 1. So int z equals 0.1. Oh, whoops. We're actually call this double z1 equals 0.2 or 0.1 rather. We're going to start there, and so to actually get the position, it's going to be log math dot log z1 plus I divided by 10d. Actually, no, that's x1. We need that to be z1, and we're going to add 1 to the end of it like that, and save that value. So that is our radius from the center. And then we're going to need another, let's just do 30 things around the circle. 30 times 10, or 15 times 30, 15 squared times 2. No, yeah, that should be perfectly acceptable with nanoparticles. So to actually get the particle, we need to actually go in a circle. And our height is going to be z1 from the ground, or it's going to be I from the ground. So it's going to be, we're going to make our base vector, vec3 base equals new vec3, and x, y, z, and we're going to start it 0.2 blocks above the player's feet, like that. And we have vec3s dot add base dot add vector, and the x is going to be the sine of pi math.pi times 2 times j divided by 30d. Oops, so that's what we want to be here, because we have 2 pi, right? 2 pi is the total thing, and then the fraction around that is j divided by 30, and there are 30 items. And we want that to, of course, be both of those doubles to make sure that we don't have any integer memeing us. Base.add vector, and then the x is going to be the v, which is the magnitude, times math.sine of v1. And we're not going to add anything there. V times math.cosine of v1. So that should give us some nice circles, and now we just need to go register this in this class. Where's it? That animations output tornado, new that dude, and we're just gonna test this. So we're gonna comment that. Oh, someone subscribed. That is great. Oh, I forgot a semicolon. And now we go test. So this shouldn't, in fact. This should just give us the general shape, from which we can tweak it more if need be. But let's start up the game and see what this does, as my ADHD prohibits me from sitting here and doing absolutely nothing. I'm going to ramble on about something dumb as I check Twitter on my phone. The responsible thing to do when you have 5 monitors is use your 6th monitor, aka your phone, while you're waiting for other things. Alright, so, oh, nothing happened. Did I turn off particles? I just added the toggle for it. It's in cosmetics. Particle. Isn't there a show particles thing? No. Show particle. Oh, it's on the top. It is enabled. Oh, that's all on the ground. Oh, we actually do need this. This is going to be I. Right? I think that's... Alright, so that's weird. What's happening here is weird. Oh, this is too negative. 0.1 plus, so what's 0.1 at this? Which is 0. So we're gonna set Z to be 0.2 and see if that helps this weird offset thing. That did help a little bit. I think we also just need to have this. Yeah, this is right. Only I is gonna be divided by 2, which is gonna add at most 1.5 to this function. So if you look back up here, 1.5 should give it about, make it go about 1 block out, which it doesn't appear to be doing quite yet. Also, this is going to need to be also divided by 10, like this. Alright. Not quite the shape that I wanted. It's actually the opposite concavity of what I wanted. I might need to solve for, switch my variables here. Alright, because I'm graphing. Yeah, I'm graphing. I've switched x and y effectively for this function, so I need to do that. So it's going to be y equals log, so y minus 1 equals log x. So 10 to the y minus 1 equals x. Alright, so we need to just change our function quickly. And we're going to also have to, so it's not going to be the log, it's going to be math.power 10 x minus z1 plus I. Let me just put this on Desmos really quickly. Where's Desmos here? Y equals 10 raised to the x minus 1. I thought that's the right concavity. It's gonna graph to the right concavity. We just might need to reduce it a little bit. And we need to subtract 1. Alright, let's see. It's gonna be huge. Oh, I broke something. I have broken the game. Hello? What did I do wrong? Oh, that needs to be divided by 10d. Oh, I think the session's gone. Yeah, that's gone. Alright, we're just gonna reboot. We want... Yeah, PEMDAS is on my side for that. I'm just gonna make it clear that that is the correct order of operations for this. Alright, now we're gonna try. Please don't break my game again. I like my game. That's the right shape, right? It's just that it's a bit much now. So what we can do is we'll just divide this by, like, you know, divide it by 5, let's say, and see where this puts us. So we need a bigger base, so Z1 needs to be like 0.4 maybe. Let's try that. That's why coding on many monitors is useful. No, we won't. Let's try 1.0 for that, or 1. Because I'm looking at the feet, right, and then I can adjust everything else based on it. It's still like in your feet, 1.5. Maybe I just like square root it as a. What if we just took the square root? What kind of shape would that give us? This is why Desmos is like super useful, because you can graph things like this. That's actually, I don't know if I want to be doing that many square root operations every second. And it's still not quite enough. Let's just, for hypothetical purposes. Not quite, no. I'm gonna ditch the square root and just divide by like 50. Although that's gonna reset the feet. Shoot. Because I'm dealing with like... But what I can do is I can just be like plus 0.3 and then set this back to like 0.2. This 50 needs to be a 5 now. Just give me a cone. Hey, that's pretty cool. It's now a tornado. I'm gonna make this go a little more vertical above him. So if we just set I to like the current thing, will just be like 20. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Let's actually change my particle colors, just so it's not white. Let's also change the particle to something else. Something else. What are the particles we have? Like all of them. Let's see. Which? I don't think this is gonna work well though. I'm also gonna make the lifespan a little longer. Why is that flashing? That shouldn't be flashing is the thing. I think it only does it in single player when you have like the world, Oh, there is no open to land button. Did we get rid of that? Oh, we're just gonna go join Hypixel and debug in there. I feel like it won't flash. It flashes from certain angles. That's weird. Alright. But there's our tornado. I don't know why the colors aren't working. Oh, they are now. Sick. We're gonna try a different particle though. Water bubbles. I really don't know why it's flashing. It hasn't flashed before. It's also weird that they're not being persistent. Normally, we'll do the spin in a second. The spin's just gonna be a function of radius. Like 5 divided by radius or something like that. Particle life. If we set this to be like really long. Cloud, maybe not. Crit. We'll try crit. Sure, crit's fine. I'll turn off chroma though. I don't need to look at that. Alright, fine. Oh, crit's not flashing. Sick. It might be. Not like the other ones before though. So now we just need to do the spinning part. Which that means we need a clock to keep track of the time. So we have... We're gonna make the base rotation. Alright, just system dot current time milliseconds divided by 1000. I'm gonna turn off game sounds. Thank you and goodbye. 1000. That 1000. Gotta make it clear that's 1000. That is the correct order of operation. So that's V2, which is just some random, which is just gonna go between 0 and 1. And we need to multiply V2 times equals math dot v times equals math dot pi times 2. Oops. Let's, and then so since this goes around, we're gonna add V2 to it, and then we're just gonna see what that does. So that's spinning pretty fast. Yeah, that's spinning pretty fast. We're gonna need to slow that down. So we're gonna make this be like that, so it takes 5 seconds to complete a full thing. In theory, it takes 5 seconds to complete a whole revolution. Alright, see, but now the thing is, this is rotating equally. we need to make it so that the center rotates faster, because that's kind of how angular momentum works. Think about angular momentum in a storm. It's one of the reasons why tornadoes spin fast, but we're actually gonna need this to be way slower, like 15 seconds, if we want this to like, because if it speeds up a lot at the center, and at the center of it, oh, it's a shame I can't show you guys both these at once. But so, and then what you can do is, let me think, how do you want to make this faster by the center? Based on I. Divided by I, maybe? What's V2 divided by I? We're gonna need to cast that to a double. We're gonna make this actually fast. I scratched that. If we make this 15 times faster, the middle is spinning faster, but not that much faster, right? If you track no, I'm being delusional. No, am I? Looks like the inside is spinning a little faster, but not much faster. Not as much faster as I would like it to be. That or you just can't see it in the center because there's just too many particles. Here, what if I set this back to 10 particles and make the jump, where's I used? This times 5. So it's still the same height, but half as many nope, messed it up. That's not how I want to do that, is it? Yeah, it's a hacky fix. %2. %2 equals 0. Continue. There we go. That'll cut out half of them. But we do need it to be spinning a lot faster towards the center. So you could be like 20 minus I squared. Sure, we'll try 20 minus I's value. Where's the bait? V2. 20 minus I. 20 minus math.power I2, maybe? I don't know, that's going to be the right. No, that's not what we want. Oh, because I's... So I oscillates between 0 and 2 pi. We need a... Or, sorry, V2 goes between 0 and 2 pi depending the time of, like, the cycle, right? The period. So, if we want this to, So this would just make everything rotate evenly, right? And this is like the super fast rotation that you can't even see. Yeah. We can also decrease this to like 15 maybe. Just so you can see the individual particles easier as they rotate. Yeah, you can see it's rotating. It's rotating to the left. Rotating fast though, right? If we just divide the rotation speed by I, divided by I cast double. Oh, we're doing this wrong. We don't want it to be based on, we want it to be based on V. We're going to set it back to 15,000 because it's rotating really quickly now. So now the rotation speed's based on its, yeah, this is what you want. The rotation speed's based on its distance out, not its linear, not its height. So it's not going to be like you're twice as far up, you're twice as fast, right? Or you're twice as slow. And this is kind of slow. We're going to speed this up by 3 times by dividing by that much. Oh yeah. I think yeah, this is fine. I'll turn my level HUD off so you can see it. I think this is fine. We could actually probably do we can get away with a little faster. Oh, that's if we do this, then I'll do both, and we'll be like period. So the period of this, what if we set it to like 2500 D? I don't even need D, because it's you're defining it as a primitive. Oops. The reason why there's a streak behind it is because the particle life. If we set the particle life to be like 0, there's not going to be as much of a streak. You have all the stuff on the bottom. No, that's just like a glitch. But yeah, there's the tornado. What if we extend this up like mega big? Like it's like I goes to like 50. All right, let's see. Let's push the boundaries on this one. Oh, the algorithm just breaks apart. Although you can see the spinning effect is faster. It's definitely faster closer in. Oh, why is that jumping like that? I don't like that. Why is that jumping? That shouldn't be jumping. You see how it like builds up and then it dies? That is happening every cycle. So this should be the base. What is this? This is the base radians of it, right? And we're taking those radians and we're dividing it by taking those radians and we're multiplying it by 2 pi again. No, we're adding. Here, if we get rid of this for a second, because the fact that happened shouldn't technically be happening. So this keeps everything still, right? Like even really far out. Oh, the glitchiness is because of there's a bunch of particles spawning on top of each other. They're falling a little bit and then they're despawning. That's why. Yeah, see, the issue is Minecraft only removes particles every tick instead of every frame. We might change that though. So I don't even need it to be 50, to be honest. It could be like 25 and that'd be enough, right? Not quite. 30. But we're adding I'm trying to think about. So we have this that's cycling between, or this is remaining constant. If we just make V1, which would be like V2 equals V1. V1 equals V2. It's gonna yell at me, but now this will spin everything evenly, right? No. That's gonna make a ring. Wow, that's cool. So if it's just like that, I'm trying to think about why it would be doing that. I think it's just because we were adding, right? So this is adding an amount that then is getting cut back to 0 of every little bit, which it shouldn't be. So we need to make it so that this is one cycle. One cycle of this Oh, 1 cycle. This is never gonna be 1 cycle that though, because that's like 20 minutes. Unless we redo this to have the period be dependent on the row. Honestly, we could do that. But yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So instead of having the period be out here and all this stuff is gonna be brought into here. So per period is gonna be equal to 100 times I. But that's a linear relation. 100 times v. Yeah, because it would be linear to that. And then v2. Let's see what is this gonna do. So now the issue is we need to actually get this to run around fully in a cycle. If we just set v1 equal to v1 equals v2. So these ones are running super fast. What's period? We're gonna do 1,000 times I. Oh, we're having the same issue where these are all coming into the same spot, right? I mean, at least this is working though, right? Like, this is smooth forever. No abrupt jumps. So then I think what we could do is we could take that as the 0 point and then just add it. So we just add this to v2. No divided by v, just straight up add it. Boom. I think this is... And we set this back to, what was it, 10, 15? Nope, definitely more. 20. Yeah. Oh, you guys can't even see it. Let's get better at that if I continue the series, actually showing like what's going on. This one appears to be going inward, like the other way. Probably because it's spinning too fast. We need to slow the spin down. How do we slow the spin down? Increasing period by 5 on everything. So now we've slowed down the period. What would have been cooler is if we actually had like free-flowing objects that could like fall into it. Like it'd be like falling into something like a whirlpool kind of, but I think this will suffice. That's the first episode of me coding and talking to you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye. Oh, no, I'm not gone yet. Tell me what you think of this. Do you want to see more of these or not? The view count will probably help me, but I don't know. Might do something like this because it'd be really fun for me to do this every day. Because I'm going to be coding Hyperium and things like this anyway, and we spend the same amount of time. If I can make a video on it and people can like enjoy watching it, that'd be great. Okay, now I'm going. Bye.